we're gonna be reacting to Cypher PK.
For today, we have a new Fortnite patch, and there is a lot packed into this patch. A new weapon, a new item, and some changes to the game, okay? If you guys enjoy these type of patch note videos, make sure you like this video, and go ahead and look down below. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a solid favor, click that subscribe button so that you don't miss uploads like this. And if you want to support me, create a code CypherPK in the item shop. Guys, today was a pretty big update. A lot has happened. Let's dive right into it. First of all, we have a new weapon. It's the flare gun. It's kind of hard to find, but I think they have a little bit of a problem with the drop rate because apparently some people are finding a lot of them. I personally have had a hard time finding them at all. But I did find it in Battle Lab, and I'm going to show you guys some footage of that. This thing, it shoots like a flare out, and that flare does 60 damage. But it also explodes and does fire damage afterwards. We just couldn't show that in the, in the footage over here because the fire is actually not working in Battle Lab, but it does actually light builds up on fire in the game. So we have a new fire item. It seems to be a theme that Epic keeps pushing for, but the strong part about this gun is actually you can use it like a flare gun, and if you shoot it up in the air, it will reveal all enemies in a location. They can be hiding in boxes, hiding in bushes, in their own builds. Doesn't matter if they have line of sight or not. As long as you shoot it up in a certain location, it's just going to scan the area, and it's going to mark all the enemies in that area for a good period of time, what feels like 20 to 30 seconds. So extremely strong, kind of UAV, reveal type weapon. Not so strong to be used offensively. And also, the ammo for this is pretty limited. It comes with 6 shots, and I don't think you can reload the weapon. I had a theory that maybe you can use the Firefly jars to reload it. We haven't tested that yet, but that might be a good, option if Epic is thinking about it. But right now, it's like 6 shots. You can't reload it, so you have to use it wisely. It burns builds pretty well. Does 60 damage direct impact, but also 60 damage if it hits near them because it kind of explodes where you shoot. But the big part about this weapon is the reveal option, where when you shoot it, it reveals an entire location. Going to be pretty powerful if it ever comes to competitive. We'll have to see. But right now, it is in the game. You can find it, in chests, floor drop, crates, but it has a pretty rare, drop rate. So good luck if you're trying to find it. Hopefully, they buff up the drop rate a little bit. I think there might be a problem with the drop rate because usually with new stuff, they like to initially have a really high drop rate so everybody can try it out. Loot Marauders drops have been buffed. We've been asking for this. There's a much better chance of getting better guns. I'll get into details on that later. Renegade emote is leaked, so there will be a Renegade emote for all you TikTok fans out there. Some new leaked skins as well. Dadbot Jonesy, that's interesting, and some other new styles that just came out. You'll see me using one of the new styles from a current skin. And then an item shop update that just happened with a new skin in there. There's a few new skins that are coming up pretty soon that look pretty cool. I'll show some of them here. Shout out to HypeX for leaking these. The new item, the deployable workbench. Okay, so this is an upgrade station that you can pick up. You can only pick up in stacks of 1. You can throw this thing down and you can upgrade or side grade your weapon. Now this is pretty cool because they fixed the P90 bug where couldn't side grade a regular P90 to a rapid fire. As you guys know, I'm a huge advocate of the rapid fire SMG, but now you can do that. Now you can side grade any P90, both the compact, the henchman drop, or the regular P90 into a rapid fire. Now that there's a lot more portable workbenches around the map that you can just find, it's going to be an easier way to upgrade and side grade your weapons. Personally, I feel like this item could have been a trap item so that it doesn't take up a slot. Because at the end of the day, I don't think people are really going to want to pick this up and carry it around with them. Even in a full squad, there's always going to be an option to carry, the fruit baskets, hot peppers, shields, splashes, mobility items. I just don't think this item necessarily is top priority because there are, upgrade stations all around the map that are permanent. But it is a little bit convenient if you land, in a spot that doesn't have an upgrade station. You find one, you have extra mats, or you want to side grade a weapon, you can go ahead and do that. There's also a bit of a bug with it where if you throw it in a vault, it's indestructible, so you can kind of trap people in the vault or trap the vault altogether. I don't think that's intended. But that's definitely something that you should know exists because people, eventually will find out about it and start abusing it. So look out for that. Reload V-Bucks. So basically, if you have 1,000 V-Bucks and the skin you want is 1,200, you can just pay 200 instead of a whole extra 1,000. So there's like easier ways to get just like a little bit more V-Bucks instead of having to buy a whole extra pack, which could potentially save you money. That's a pretty cool quality of life change. Shout out to Epic for doing that because in reality, they could just keep it the same way right now where you have to buy an extra 1,000 V-Bucks to buy a new skin. So that's interesting. They fixed, like I said, they fixed the compact SMG side grade. Marauders don't count for Storm Surge anymore. This was a competitive problem where people were using the Marauders to get Storm Surge tags. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. It doesn't really apply to you. But if you're a competitive player, that's a good change because, in stack lobbies, you don't want NPCs to count towards actual player tags. They nerfed the P90, okay? Clip size. So they did a few different things to the P90. So here's the changes. Not just the P90, but normal SMG guns have been nerfed. The damage and fire rate of the regular submachine guns, common to legendary, that means the normal SMG is all the way up to the gold P90. The common is down to 16 damage, 28 headshot damage, 17, 18, 19, and 20 damage. The fire rate now is 10 instead of 12.
Guys, after this video,
The magazine size
I'm
of the
gonna
Epic and
eat, and
Legendary
then I'm gonna
SMG
make a
P90
Fortnite video.
has been reduced to 35 bullets instead of 40. The compact SMG that you find on Henchman has not been changed. It's still 40 bullets, and it still does 20 damage body shot. So that's going to be the strongest version of the P90 because that does the same damage as the current legendary version, but also has 5 extra bullets. I don't
Comment
know
down
if the
below
fire
if
rate
you
has
want
been
Minecraft
changed on it. Actually,
videos.
the fire rate
I
of the
don't
P90
know.
has always been 10. So it's still the same fire rate. It's the regular SMGs that now have a 10 fire rate instead of a 12. So this is a pretty big nerf to the SMGs, and the rapid fire has not been nerfed. The rapid fire is still the same. It still has 26 bullets, 15 fire rate, and a 1.4 second reload time. So I've been telling you guys the rapid fire is the better SMG for a long time, and now the normal SMG in P90 has been nerfed. So now more than ever, you should be side grading using those portable workbenches to the rapid fire SMG. Okay, but if you're interested in still using the P90, the best version of the P90 is going to be the ones that the Henchman drop because that's still unchanged. It's still 40 bullets and it's 20 damage like the current legendary is. So interesting change. I'm personally a fan because I don't like the spray meta. I know I like the rapid fire, but I hate the P90s because all the extra bullets is kind of annoying to deal with. Okay. The Storm, as you're going to see at the end of this game, the Storm is more purple. It has a weird different color. I don't know what the change is for, if it's just cosmetic or if they're trying to make it to where seeing through the Storm is consistent. Because right now, depending on like your colorblind mode or what your settings are, looking through the Storm is pretty difficult or really easy. And I always said that it's kind of weird that changing your colorblind mode helps you see through the Storm better. I think it should just be consistent across the board. We'll have to see if that's why they changed it. But as far as cosmetic, it does look a lot cooler. So I'm a fan of the new Storm for sure. There's a new island north of the Shark. We talked about the water receding, and it seems to be happening. The first actual water level, big major receding, is going to happen on July 1st at 3 a.m. That's what is in the game files. So the new island north of the Shark, I don't think that's necessarily because of the water going down. Overall, the water levels seem to be the same. But the first major water level receding is going to happen July 1st p.m. That's tomorrow. So we'll have a video updating you guys on any potential POIs or any potential changes to the map first thing tomorrow. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe so you don't miss that video as well. Big change to the charged shotgun. The purple and gold charged shotgun now have 4 bullets instead of 3. And they reload faster. This is a big change. A lot of people have been asking. The charged shotgun, it is an awkward gun to use. It is a little bit weird. But once you figure it out, it can be very strong. The problem, though, is that if you didn't have the mythic version, you were going to be using 3 bullets before you had to reload, which is very, very minimal. Now the purple and gold version have 4 bullets and a faster reload. So it very, very much promotes the idea of upgrading from a blue to a purple. That's going to be a very, very huge upgrade. It's 100% worth the mats. Whereas initially, I wasn't really upgrading the blue charge to a purple. I mean, if I had a bunch of extra mats, maybe I would upgrade. But in reality, it wasn't worth the upgrade. Now it's 100% worth the upgrade. And the charge shotgun having 4 instead of 3 is it's a lot better. And it reloads faster too, so it's a little bit more consistent in that way. Marauders, the loot were buffed, like I said earlier. Marauders now drop 54 light ammo. It used to be 18, 30 medium, used to be 10, 18 heavy, and 12 shotgun shells, used to be 6 and 4. 50% chance to drop 5 bandages, used to be 75%, so that's a bit of a nerf. But there's now a 50% chance for them to drop 3 stink bombs, it used to be 25%. So the only way to actually get stink grenades in the game right now is by killing Marauders. And stink grenades are extremely strong. People are not ready for those because they're so uncommon that you're not really prepared for that. You crack somebody, you get them really weak, you throw a stink. A lot of people will panic. It's been a long time since stinks have been in the game. Now if you wipe a group of Marauders, there's a 50% chance you're going to get stinks. 20% chance for a med kit used to be 60%, 50% chance for 2 splashes used to be 20%, and 30% chance for 3 firefly jars used to be 20. Not that the firefly jars are strong, they're really not strong, but if you can use them as ammo for the flare gun, then they could potentially make a comeback. We'll see. The workbenches, I don't know if I forgot to mention, you can actually destroy the structures the workbenches are on, and they'll drop back into an item, so you can kind of take them around with you, throw them down, and if you want to pick them back up, you can pick them back up. Pick them back up if you want to. So guys, big update today, a lot of changes, a lot of cool cosmetics coming in, and some awesome changes to the SMG nerf, the charge shotgun buff. The flare gun is very, very interesting. I have yet to get my hands on it in an actual game, but the footage that we got seemed to show it being potentially very useful, especially in team-based modes. Being able to reveal the locations of all your enemies in an area, hiding in that wall, is extremely powerful. It really gives you the upper hand when you're taking a fight. I can see this being almost a
Oh my god.
mandatory thing to carry, especially in trios and squads. So, LTMs are also coming back into the game. A lot of people have been asking where are the LTMs. They are coming back. Very excited to see what LTMs they eventually introduce. Those will be coming hopefully this week. But yeah, some new stuff coming in. Some new stuff already in. Very excited for this change. If you guys like this video, make sure you subscribe for more content. Hit that like button. And if you want to support me, creator code CyberDK in the item shop. I'll see you guys next time. I wanted to charge it up and see how way you reacted. GG. Look at the C-Storm, man.